my name is Erick, as Erick introduced, Erick Tamba, and I am serving as a YouthMappers Regional Ambassador for the YouthMappers program. And I'm currently based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And actually feel free to scan the QR code to connect with me. And I'll also be glad to share my contacts area after the meeting. So the presentation will be sharing about the YouthMappers program and with the theme of building the next generation of mappers through YouthMappers. And also feel free to visit youthmappers.org, which is our official website for more details about the YouthMappers program and how you can get engaged. The next slide, please. Yeah, so YouthMappers was envisioned to fulfill the demand of open geospatial data access in all parts of the world. And so through open data access, YouthMappers help highlight and directly address development challenges worldwide. And so it's a global community of student-led chapters, researchers who use public geospatial technologies. The next slide, please. Okay, so YouthMappers was officially founded in 2015. And since it's a university-led chapters, so we had four co-founding YouthMappers chapters, which were all based in the US, Texas Tech University, George Washington University, Western Virginia University, and Arizona State University. And this program is primarily funded by the USAID GEOS Center. Next slide, please. Yeah, so over 8 years now, as you can see, the geotags of our chapters, we have almost grown to 371 campus chapters. And so these chapters actually grow day by day. If any university is interested to join the program, the numbers keep on changing, and this is widely spread in more than 72 countries. Next slide, please. Okay, so with the goal of the demand of open data, the vision of YouthMappers is to cultivate a generation of young people to develop leadership ability and create resilient communities around the world, and also to empower youth to define and change their world by mapping it. Next slide, please. Awesome. So in this slide, I want to share about the leadership. And so it's actually very direct. So apart from the steering committee, we have regional ambassadors, which I'm among of them. And so regional ambassadors tend to support the local chapters in this university in terms of capacity building, technical support, mentorship, and in other scenarios where university need to host training, so we support them with financial resources such as internet, and for them to just do their training and activities smoothly. Chapter officials are actually the center of the YouthMappers program at large. Next slide, please. Yeah, so in this slide is just some success stories because I'm based in Tanzania, interacting with YouthMappers chapters here in Tanzania. We had a State of the Map conference where we invited several chapter leads from almost 20 YouthMappers chapters to interact with stakeholders from wildlife, from conservation. And so from this, youth get a chance to interact with stakeholders and find opportunities. And so you can scan the QR code and read more about their blog, and also visit the youthmappers.org. There interesting blog about YouthMappers worldwide and what they do in different parts of the world. Next slide, please. Yeah, so in this slide, I'll just share a short journey as a YouthMapper because, yeah, I joined the YouthMappers in 2019 and developing the interest in GIS. I started using Earth observation data on my research, actually in my undergraduate. But through this program, since the chapter was established when I was in undergraduate school, we used to do trainings to help build our capacity, and then build and also engage in mapathons where we become more experienced in using different tools for mapping. Then later on, we extend our expertise in the field by gathering field data using tools such as Kobo Collect, Open Data Kit, and also practice participatory GIS, where we understand we need to interact with the community at certain points to involve them in collecting data. Then, of course, as a chapter is more active, we do pitching ideas and build community mapping projects together with the community and other stakeholders. And to sustain the youth mappers in general, by welcoming new members, we engage ourselves in mentorship and experience sharing. And also, we listen to, we get collaboration with stakeholders to enhance participation of youth mappers in different kinds of projects. Next slide, please. Okay, so I would love to spotlight some of the projects that we conducted. And so as the youth mappers, we there's a certain chapter here in Tanzania, started doing flood vulnerability mapping with the aim of determining flood potential index on areas that are potential being affected by floods. And later on, they engage themselves in mapping plastic waste to enhance municipal waste management and disaster management in Morogoro. And another amazing project which we partnered with Global Water Partnership and WMO through Integrated Drought Management Program and associated program on flood management was mapping flood protected zones and evacuation routes to improve response capabilities in Morogoro Municipal and Ifakara Town Councils. So to read more about this, I think you can easily scan the QR code, or I'll share some potential links for you to get connected or learn from the experience from this Youth Mappers chapter that did this amazing work. Next slide, please. Yeah, so over 21 university chapters now currently in Tanzania. We have established collaboration and partnership with several stakeholders, and we welcome more stakeholders if anyone is interested to, let's say, collaborate in hosting a hackathon or mapathon or any kind of training activity with the youth mappers. We really appreciate that, and feel free to reach out, and we could always arrange for that. Next slide, please. So thank you so much. So I would love to welcome your questions, but before that, our motto is we don't just build maps, you build mappers. Back to you. Thank you so much.